All right, boys, let's talk about our upcoming segments for 2023.
Yeah.
My favourite one.
All right, so we've got 4 main segments. I guess 4.5 as well. I guess we'll talk about JD. Footy's Forgotten Controversies. That's like an honourable mention. JD.
It's more of a series that I'll be working on.
Yeah, he'll bring it up from random episodes each round, time to time. Happy to have further discussions with Footy's Forgotten Controversies. He's also reached out to me about certain Collingwood ones. So I'll have the hookup on that one, and I'll be providing further questions and further information on some of these stuff, because I reckon JD has a lot of information about Collingwood's controversies, yet when he reveals it, he won't have all the information.
90%, as you said.
Yeah.
I do think that as well, I'm just going to put this out there, whether we get a bunch of listeners or whether we don't, feel free to put it in the comments section. Anything that you want to see in terms of a forgotten controversy. There's heaps of things that I've been looking up that I can't, we don't remember.
Our 4 main segments for the AWO Journeymen. First one, off the ranks, Maso's Arrow. Not completely taken from Footy Classified's Caro's Arrow, all right? This is something completely different. We've got a different graphic for it, different design, different text for it. So
nothing similar. Nothing the
similar. Same. Yeah, like Maso agrees as well. He's consented to this. He enjoyed it, really.
I mean, yeah, it's just going to be a couple of minutes of me ranting about random stuff, footy related and whatnot.
It's not just about you, Maso. Sorry. It's going to be a rotating thing. So each week, someone will have a different arrow. We're going to call it Maso's Arrow. So we're all going to have 8 different arrows for 2023. Ideally footy related, but can involve other topics. So if there's a week where you're just not angry about anything, you can do a retro arrow, maybe something that's happened a few years ago. Something personal, if there's a certain rant, kind of like a grind your gears thing with Peter Griffin.
Can I talk about Mick Malthouse?
That you can, or that we can.
Whoa, I mean, yeah, all right. Yep. I won't say anymore.
The next award, or next segment, the Boys Club Award.
Boys! Let's go break some hearts!
Now, the criteria, I reckon, is 98% in stone. I'm going to list off each criteria, and I reckon JD or Maso may have a little bit extra to bring to it, but this will be fully finalised. There will be a graphic involved on the video. Each member has a total of 8 nominations for the year on a rotating basis. For example, if I have round 1, JD will have round 2, Maso has round 3, and so on and so on. In the event that someone misses a round, we'll replace them and we'll catch up throughout the year. So 24 in total, 8 nominations each. No set criteria on this one, to be honest, in terms of age, games, or experience, but must be a bang average player in terms of boys. So speaking of a boy, can't be a star player. If the majority disagree on this nomination, so if someone puts forward a boy and there's 2 disagreements, they got to find someone else as soon as possible. Can't be a first-year draftee. Now, this is something, it's off the cuff, but I'll explain a little bit later. Can't be a first-year draftee unless mid-season draft, pre-season draft, or rookie draft, or first-year draftee, but they're over the age of 20.
Okay.
Can't be nominated for the season if they've polled 3 Brownlow votes in a game in the past season. So if someone's polled 3 votes in round 1, 2022, you can't nominate them at all for 2023.
You're out.
1 vote games, 2 vote games, you're still eligible, but if you poll 3 votes in a game, can't be eligible. Definitely no Brownlow.
So does club awards make a difference? Okay,
no.
Cool.
You can have a boy somehow pull out. Even I will allow a boy to pull out a club best and fairest somehow.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I've got a few doozies then. Oh yeah,
love it.
Because there's been some absolute ripper club best and fairest over the years for no reason at all. And you're like, how did that bloke finish 3rd?
Club boy. Now, I don't have further details on this next segment. The Stephenson Warry Hall of Fame.
You remember this, pal. You're a boy in a man's world.
The reason why I don't have further details is I don't have much information on Oren Stephenson and Marty Warry. So the Stephenson Warry Hall of Fame. He's basically a boys' Hall of Fame, named after Oren Stephenson, former Geelong, former Richmond player,
boys.
and former Fitzroy player Marty Warry, famous for kicking the last ever goal in a Fitzroy home game. And I think the last ever goal in Fitzroy's history, Marty Warry. Played 7 or 8 games at Fitzroy, kicked 11 goals, 7 in his last 2 games. Went to Collingwood the next year, saw Tony Shaw as the coach at Collingwood and went, I'm out of here. And became,
just went, no.
he's out. His personal life, though, it's a bit of a rocky one, so I didn't want to go too far into that one. Oren Stephenson, I'm pretty sure, played 15 games between Geelong and Richmond.
That's boy.
He was picked up from North Ballarat to replace Brad Ottens. Talk about big shoes to fill. Did he fill those shoes? Absolutely not. But as far as the criteria for the Stephenson Warry Hall of Fame, each member, once again, has 8 nominations for the year on a rotating basis. So, again, if I have round 1, JD has round 2, Maso has round 3. But, again, between the Maso's Arrow, BCA Boys Club Award, and the SW Hall of Fame, Stephenson Warry Hall of Fame, we're going to rotate it. So, we're not going to have, 3 different awards in 1 week. So, one...
Basically, someone gets a segment a week.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
The criteria, again, 24 in total, 8 nominations. Special wing. Now, of the 8 nominations we have, 2 of the 8 can be a special wing. Now, what's the special wing? The special wing includes either being a premiership player, high individual award, either a Coleman Medal, Brownlow, Rising Star, or Norm Smith, basically an award that no boy's ever going to win. Again, if the majority disagree, we must find another player as soon as possible. But again, we're doing our research. If people disagree on this, and we've done our research on it, we've got to do better. All right?
We do.
You got it. But the set criteria for every single player nominated must have played under 100 games. So if you find someone that's played 135 games, no. Absolutely.
The best example we had when we discussed it was you play 101, you're out.
Clancy Pearce, 100 games, ineligible.
But there's one segment I think you missed out, bud.
All right, boys. Takeshita Watch. Maso, shut up. This is actually important. He's a Japanese wrestler in America, living the American dream, making a name for himself. What is Takeshita Watch? Basically, any matches he has during the week, we're going to talk about it. If he doesn't have any matches, we're going to see what he's been doing on social media. And I may just follow up on his cage match rating, because it's a pretty high rating at this current time. Everyone rates him. Everyone loves him. Everyone wants to see more of Takeshita. So what's happened with Takeshita this week? He wrestled on Dark and Rampage. 2 matches.
2 matches this week. I didn't even know there was 2.
For 2 wins. Now, what I love about this is he defeated Jack Cartwheel with a running knee in 3 minutes and 56 seconds on AEW Dark. What's better?
This was a very good match.
Pretty good for Jack Cartwheel as well for under 4 minutes, but 3 minutes 56 seconds. Times that by 2, you get 7 minutes and 52 seconds, and that was the exact match length for his AEW Rampage match against Preston Vance.
How do you find that out? How do you get that exactly?
I do my research. It's Takeshita Watch for a reason.
Now, I guess the best way to put it, because we missed watching Takeshita this week, so you're going to have to be the one that we're relying on you this week. Rate that match for us. How was Preston Vance versus Takeshita?
I'll give it a 7 out of 10, and that's being a bit generous. I think the chemistry was a little bit off, but it's not anyone's fault. It's just, it happens. You face wrestlers, you just don't match up well. Backslide was the finish. Bit of outside interference from Preston Vance's manager, but who cares? Takeshita won. Yeah. That's all we care about. 2 wins.
You're probably going on about Takeshita, but I mean, do you want to explain why there's a championship behind you?